Everyone agrees that one of the biggest problems among people and nations is communication. We try to improve communication by talking things out, by being honest. But if the problem is caused by differences in ways of talking, doing more of it is not likely to solve the problem. Honesty is not enough and often not possible. Most of us genuinely try to be honest and considerate and to communicate, but we sometimes end up in knots anyway, first, because communication is indirect and undetermined by nature, and second, because of inevitable differences in conversational style. Seeing things go wrong, we look for explanations in personality, intentions, or other psychological motivations. A psychotherapist who heard me talk at a Sunday evening lecture later told me that she put her new understanding of conversational style to use the very next morning. Her Monday at 10 appointment arrived and began to talk. The therapist offered her interpretations and some relevant questions. Each time, the client considered and discussed her comments, then returned to his account. He was a good patient. But her next client, Monday at 11, was different. When she began making her comments, in other words, doing her job, he asked her not to interrupt. This therapist said that if she hadn't heard my talk, she would have concluded that Monday at 11 was resisting her interpretations. Recalling my lecture, however, she reserved judgment. Sure enough, after he finished what he had to say, he was just as eager to hear and consider the comments as Monday at 10. What was simply a style difference would have led her to wrong psychological evaluation. Therapists, then, must consider the possibility of conversational style differences before making psychological interpretations. And in personal rather than professional settings, it may be more effective to talk in terms of conversational style even when psychological motives are correctly observed. Psychological motives are internal and formless, talk is external and concrete. If you tell others they were hostile or insecure, they may feel accused and may not know what you are reacting to. But if you say you reacted to how they said what they did, and you can pinpoint which aspect of the way they spoke you reacted to, they can see what was there and address it. If you begin by assuming that what you felt and what they intended are not necessarily the same, they are less likely to feel accused and to discount your reaction in self-defense. Conversational style is normally invisible but not unconscious. People often say, spontaneously, it's not what you said but the way you said it, even if they can't tell just what it was about the way you said it that they reacted to. Knowing about conversational style gives names to what were previously felt as vague forces. Once pointed out, they have a ring of familiarity and truth.